Mr. Hate. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a controversial topic that's been making headlines across Australia and beyond. The new internet bill that bans children under 16 from most social media platforms. The legislation has sparked a lot of debates, and we're here to break it all down to you. In principle, the bill makes sense. It's about how it's implemented. So first we'll go over what the bill entails. The new law prohibits children under 16 from using popular social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Reddit, X, and Instagram. Platforms that fail to comply could face up to a $50 million Australian fine. First, we'll go over what the bill entails. The new law prohibits children under 16 from using popular social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Reddit, X, and Instagram. Platforms that fail to comply could face up to a $50 million fine. The law also includes privacy protections, ensuring that platforms cannot force users to provide government-issued IDs or digital IDs through a government system. Can't be forced to, but at the same time, how do you implement it when it's only Australia that wants that particular thing? While the bill aims to protect young users from online harms that has faced significant criticism, several ministers have voiced their disapproval, highlighting various concerns. Minister for Communications Michelle Rowland has been a vocal critic. She argues the bill was rushed through Parliament without proper consideration and of its practical implementation and potential unintended consequences. The Human Rights Commission also expressed concern, stating the legislation would isolate vulnerable children who rely on social media for support, especially in regional communities and their alphabet community. I don't think that's the worry that I have. I think it's better that 16-year-olds and under are off the internet. I don't think it's a support, and if it is, you should find support that's around you. Another contentious issue is the government's push for digital IDs. Although the bill states that the platforms cannot demand government issued IDs, there are concerns that this could pave the way for broader implementation of digital ID systems. Critics argue that this could lead to increased surveillance and privacy violations, drawing uncomfortable comparisons to China's Great Firewall and the idea that the government is censoring everything that you see, trying to control information with a misinformation bill, and then multiple other bills, which they pushed through 30 separate bills on the same day that they did this. China's internet policies are infamous for their strict control and censorship. The Great Firewall blocks access to many global websites and monitors online activity extensively. While Australia's bill is not as extreme, the fear is that it could set the precedent for more invasive measures because of the loose wording of it. One of the more alarming aspects of this bill is the potential for it to lead to more invasive government measures, similar to those seen in China. China's Great Firewall is a comprehensive system of internet censorship and surveillance that restricts access to foreign websites and monitors online activities. While Australia's bill is not as extensive, the introduction of digital IDs could be a step towards increased government control over the internet. Digital IDs then lead to social credit scores, which limit our freedoms. In conclusion, while the intention behind Australia's new bill is to protect young users, it raises significant concerns about our privacy. freedom, and potential of the government's overreach with already overreached government. It's crucial for us to stay informed and engaged in these discussions to ensure that our rights and freedoms are preserved. I think we're seriously lacking in freedoms and rights. Many Australians are concerned about the implications of this bill and the potential for increased surveillance and the restrictions of online freedoms are significant issues. There have been protests and public outcry with citizens demanding more transparency of their rights, although there hasn't been because they didn't give us enough time to do any of that. Experts have also weighed in on the potential economic impact. Social media platforms are a significant part of the digital economy, and restricting access could affect businesses and content creators who rely on their platforms for their livelihood, although they've already said that YouTube's exempt from it. It's essential to find a balance between protecting young users and preserving their rights and freedoms. While the intention behind the bill is commendable, the execution and potential consequences and bad wording need careful consideration. Platforms have a year to implement the new policy. Platforms cannot compel users to provide government-issued identity documents, e.g. passports, driver's license, or demand digital identification through a government system, although that is loose. It talks about developing systems over the next year. There are exemptions from the ban that include health and education services like YouTube, Messenger, Kids, WhatsApp, Kids Helpline, and Google Classroom. The law aims at supporting parents, although it doesn't actually take into consideration anyone above the age of 16. I don't think the concern that it's going to make people vulnerable is true. The bill was introduced and passed within a week. It was introduced in Parliament on last Thursday and sent to a committee on Friday and passed by the following Thursday. So the quick turnaround raised debate and scrutiny over how much of a sham our government system is. The timing of the bill seems to intersect with the misinformation bill that failed. Several ministers have talked about it, but I don't trust ministers. Every time they do this, they have some other preventative measure that includes half of what they're saying. I'd just like to add that Kim Williams, the leader of ABC, decided to have a go about Joe Rogan without apparently watching any of what he's done. This is what's wrong with legacy media, is the fact that they don't understand what they're doing or the audience that they're getting. Like millions of viewers compared to the ABC. I understand it's Australian, but there's still, even internet doesn't get the views that anything close to someone like Tucker or Rogan, or the list goes on. Like, the internet is stomping legacy media. Subscribe to our channel for more updates on important issues. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.